Welcome back, everyone. The final gamer here, and we're ready to head off. To celebrate the spring coming, we're going to go back into the cold of lands. And I have a guest here, another lurker, to help me out. You please introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Yornick, and I'm from Moscow.
Awesome. So, how long have you lived in Moscow?
Pretty much all my life.
Awesome. Okay, so we pretty much got a real local here. So, give us a little, give us some, like, what is Moscow like?
As I've said right before we started recording, weather in Moscow is, to put it mildly, insane.
Good.
It is basically 8 months of winter followed by 4 months of hell.
Wow, that sounds fantastic. It's like the 8th circle of hell.
Actually, it's pretty okay. Winters are snowy, cold, just like winters should be.
Good.
I think. And summers are pretty darn hot.
Well, being in the northern hemisphere, you don't have much of an atmospheric protection, I believe. So yeah, you would kind of get the brunt of it. So, you know, like us here in Scotland, you know, except much blanketed area. So, I've gotten a few facts here, like the Trans-Siberian Railway being 5,800 miles long, which I seriously love because I love long railways. And we just stolen from a koopa, or stolen back, the Emperor's Bell from the Kremlin.
Okay.
That's a nice bell, I'll give it that. And
well, it's not the biggest one the Kremlin's got.
is it?
Well, they have this thing called Tsar Kolokol,
Right.
basically Tsar Bell. It's, if I remember correctly, it's the biggest bell ever made. But the problem is it never rang, and I think it will never ring at all.
Really? Why not?
It was cracked during production, so a huge piece fell off.
Wow.
And it was never put up, it was never rung, so yeah.
Oh wow, it's kind of sad. So we've also managed to take back the top from the chapel dome from St. Basil's Cathedral. And this guy
yeah.
tells us this fact. Does holy fool in Russian actually mean saint?
Holy cow?
Yeah.
Holy fool, holy fool.
Yes.
Well, yes, because Saint Basil, he's not just a saint. He was a блаженный, basically blessed one. Blessed ones, or fools for Christ, they were called, were guys who lived lives of extreme religious devotion,
Right.
Suffered many limitations in their life, so it was a kind of it wasn't really only
Okay.
Orthodox thing, but it was mainly Orthodox thing.
Okay, so I'm slightly freaking out here because I've picked up something else from a Koopa. I think a Koopa killed a woman from the Bolshoi Ballet and has taken her legs.
Okay, he's collecting trophies now. I think we might have a serial killer on our hands.
Serial killer Koopa. First a kid killing koala, now we have a serial killer Koopa. We have a Jack the Ripper in Moscow, and has taken women's legs from the Bolshoi Ballet. So this guy unhelpfully tells us about someone called Alexander Gorsky, who introduced realism into ballet, which means nothing to us. But, oh well.
Yeah.
So, okay, we have a cathedral dome, a woman's legs, and a bell. I have to admit, this is going to be the weirdest episode of Sherlock ever.
Well, yes. You know, a dome I can understand. A bell I can understand. I don't think someone will pay money for half a woman.
A whole woman, yes, but half a woman, no. So,
It's nothing valuable. It's basically incriminating evidence.
Maybe someone paid someone else to blackmail someone else. That might be it. So, well, either way, so we just answered this question that we've already figured out of what holy fool means in Russian. Just giving low going around. So we managed to gather all the artifacts, and now we're going to just return them one by one. And we get some nice money of $2,000, which back in the 90s was a lot.
Well, it's quite a lot today too.
Not sure. Alright, so I'm just gonna head out to the Bolshoi Ballet and return. Well, honestly, I'm not entirely sure what was stolen from there because I don't know if you can steal a dead body. So no, seriously, I went and asked, and it's actually a slipper. They actually stole a slipper, not the lower half of a woman. But that was very misleading.
Okay. So Larry the Koopa strikes again.
Yes, Larry stole a slipper.
Well, to be fair, maybe he stole it during the performance.
That could be quite terrible, yes. But I still don't know why a slipper would be so valuable to the Bolshoi Ballet. A tutu, I'd understand, but a slipper? I mean, maybe they're very special, maybe they're like branded or monogrammed or something. Someone help me out here. And then we have this surprisingly arrogant question that starts out very baseless. The Bolshoi Theater, what?
Okay.
Can you guess this one?
Was built in 1865.
Nope. It sells out every show.
Shame on me. Okay, fine.
See, that's not really a question, that's more bragging. It's not advertisement for the Bolshoi Theater. Yes, we sell out every show! Every show! And I'm like, really? I mean, okay, Bolshoi Ballet is really impressive and awesome, but that's a bit forwards, you know? That's not really educational. That's more like just
so now we moved from the edutainment right into adver games territory.
Yes. So now we're going to get back the Emperor's Bell, and we're going to reopen the Kremlin with this.
Okay. I don't see the connection, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, isn't it like a cathedral in the Kremlin the bell is from?
There are some cathedrals on the territory of Kremlin.
Right. So the bell I know weighs 210 tons, but this answer intrigues me so much. Do you think the Emperor's Bell weighs less than Bowser?
Are we talking normal Bowser or African Bowser?
Good question. Normal Bowser. I think this is going to be another debate of discussion we're going to have in the thread. So firstly we're going to talk about if Yoshis were good for Mounties and if a bell weighs less than Bowser. We're gonna add so many things to Mario Wiki by the end of this. So I knocked off on another question, and they basically asked when was the bell first installed, and I took a guess and went 17th century, and that's right. So that's okay.
Right.
So yes, that was Moscow. Other than the supposed potential of a very perverted Koopa somewhere in the ranks who should not be allowed near women, this was quite uneventful. Any last tidbits of Moscow before we head out?
Nothing about Moscow. I just wanted to apologize if my commentary wasn't good enough.
Don't worry about that. I mean, hey, you're local, you give us some good facts, you know, it's alright. I mean, this is the NES version anyway, so I'm not expecting the most amazing commentary. And it's like, this is the NES version, it's gonna be low quality, so, you know, if I get some really interesting facts, then we go beyond the game, and if we kind of have a middling commentary, then that means we're just kind of we're in the theme of the game. So it's a win-win.
Okay. Great.
So, okay, that was a strange tour through Moscow. I hope you all enjoyed that. We've only got a couple of more cities left before we're finally out of the 8-bit era. I'd like to thank my looking guest, Yornick, for helping me out.
Thanks for having me.
No worries. And I'll see you all some other city, some other time. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.